Is it possible the 10 Commandments were actually telling us about whiskey? We just have to change a few words? Let's answer that. So it may be a little sacrilegious for some, and if that's you, I apologize up front, only a little, because this is meant in jest. This is meant to be a good time. But I was kind of thinking of some cool, fun ideas on how to bring up some topics, get some conversation going, and see if you guys could just generally enjoy seeing another way to bring out some thought processes on whiskey. And this is what I came up with, good, bad, or indifferent. Hopefully it makes you laugh, hopefully it makes you think. And if it does, maybe share that with somebody, that'd be great. That's my only PSA here, that's my only ask. Let's get right into it. So, 10th commandment is, you shall not covet your neighbor's goods. Okay, this one's not so bad. I'm gonna take a little different twist on it, because obviously you could look at your neighbor's collection and be like, oh my gosh, he's got this bottle, that bottle, this bottle, that bottle. I'm gonna take a little more introspective view on this, and I'm gonna say, you should not judge your collection against your neighbor's collection. You have what you like, and maybe there's some things they have you'd love to try. That's just a moment where you guys can get together and say, hey neighbor, let's share. Yeah, I know, that's pretty like huggy and stuff, right? We'll get better, I promise. So number 9 is you shall not covet your neighbor's spouse. Pretty much not gonna change that one. That whiskey doesn't change that one. That's pretty easy. Number 8, you shall not bear false witness against your neighbor. You know, when I think about this one, what comes to mind is, honestly, if you don't like something, if your neighbor is sharing with you, it's okay to tell them it's not for you. Don't put on a front, because your neighbor is gonna think that's something you like. And if you guys are legitimately sharing whiskeys and trying to figure things out, it's okay. It's okay to not like something or have something not be your flavor profile. Number 7, thou shalt not steal. You know, I don't know that there's much difference. Definitely don't steal from a store. Definitely don't steal from your neighbor. Definitely don't steal from a share at the end of the night. If there's bottles left over, those are meant for those people to take home. But then again, there's a part of me that says this is whiskeytube, so we kind of all have to steal from each other. So maybe that's the only place in whiskey this is okay to steal, is in whiskeytube when you're making videos. I don't know. Number 6, you shall not commit adultery. Yeah, I think on its face, we're gonna leave that one, but I can spin it for whiskey. You shall drink whiskey how you want to. Because if someone tells you it's adultery to put a piece of ice in it or a little bit of water in it, just tell them to make up your own favorite curse word off. Number 5, thou shalt not kill. Again, kind of hard to refute that, right? Like, just because you're drinking whiskey doesn't give you right to go old wild, wild west on people, okay? It doesn't, it really doesn't. But if I'm putting the whiskey spin on it, what I would tell you is, thou shalt open their bottles and kill their bottles. Number 4, honor your father and your mother. This one's not so hard. Definitely still do that, please. Just because we're changing this for whiskey doesn't mean you don't do these things if that's what you believe. I'm not here to judge. But what I'll say to this one is this. So when it comes to honoring, who should we be honoring here? Honoring the distilleries and the distillers, because they're the ones bringing this beautiful juice. Now, there's a lot of ways to do that. We've covered a few of them below. If you don't like something, it's okay. You're still trying it. You're still saying, hey, it's not for me. You're moving on to a distillery. That's totally fine. Or, you know, take some time to learn about them when you're on the tour. Go take a tour, learn more about them. Honor your distilleries and distillers. Because these men and women that are distillery owners, distillery operators, master distillers, gift shop attendants, everything, they work really hard to get us that liquid that's so tasty. Number 3, remember to keep the Lord's holy day. So now we're getting into those first 3 that are very focused on, for those of you that might have some religious background or are religious, definitely focused on, you know, your Lord and Savior and whatnot. I still can go with these though. This is cool. I'm not telling you should do the whole Lord thing. I'm not telling you what religion you should be. Sorry if that's too apologetic for some people. Canadian, sorry. But what I can say about this one is, thou shalt consider it okay not to drink every day. Honestly, it's really true. You don't have to drink every day to enjoy this whiskey. Or, let's even say this, you don't have to drink whiskey every day. If you enjoy a good vodka cocktail, or you like a craft beer or wine, go for it. No one's gonna look down on you for that. If they do, Again, pick your favorite 4-letter curse word and put the word you behind it. Which is kind of funny for number 2 because it's all about not putting the Lord's name in vain. Well, I'm here to tell you that whiskey is probably going to end up making you a little more honest the more you drink, and probably going to make you have a little looser vocabulary than you might normally have. So I'm just going to leave this one as saying, thou shalt understand that whiskey will make them loose-lipped. And now, number 1, the first commandment. And that is that basically, if you are of someone that believes in the 10 commandments, thou only has one goddess. If we're sticking just to the whiskey rule on this, to me, this just flips reverse. You can like all the whiskeys you like, or you can like one whiskey. It really doesn't matter. It's all whiskey. At any rate, this seemed like a really fun way to kind of express some of those things out there to folks. If you have someone that's new to whiskey and you want to send them out to see something fun, I'd appreciate you just dropping this to them and telling them, hey, here's a fun way to kind of take a spin on things. It's got a little, hopefully, humor in it. If you didn't laugh, that's fine too. You can laugh at me now because it's quite humorous that I thought it was funny and you didn't. That's okay too. But if you could, please watch one of the videos linked up here above. And until next time, everybody, cheers.